what do you expect of the Congress, and where do you come from?
Well, we come from Pakistan, and I represent Aga Khan Planning and Building Service. And what we expect from the Congress is to learn some new things on environmental products from many experts who have gathered here from across the globe. So we hope to get some contributions that might be helpful in our area to further improve the living conditions of our people facing challenges in regards to environmental issues.
Thank you. And what project do you have? Do you have with water or thermal? What's the project?
Well, we have been addressing the core housing issues, in particular cold, smoke, space planning, and earthquake resistance. Right? We come from very high mountain areas of Pakistan, where the temperature in the winters goes below as low as minus 25 to 30 degrees Celsius, and in the summers it goes as high as 45 degrees centigrade. And most of the people, say more than 85% people, use biomass as fuel for cooking the food and heating the space in the winters. And because of the harsh climatic conditions, people cut forests to cook the food as well as to heat their rooms, and that increases the workload of the women, because women or the men wood collectors, choppers, and stowing, and also to put them in the cook stores. And women and children, they spend most of their time sitting inside those unhygienic living conditions. So we are trying to improve their living condition by introducing fuel efficient cook stores. And also we have introduced a new system whereby while you cook the food, there's a water barrel next to the fuel efficient stove, whereby you can have warm water after half an hour. So women now don't have to travel down to the river banks, especially in the winters. They have this warm water available inside their house, which is used for bathing their children and other laundry, and that has also saved a lot of productive time of the woman.
And the living conditions of the people down there is low, or is it
Very low,
Very
because
low.
because the area is very remote, is cut off from rest of the country, and because of communication problems, whenever there are heavy snowfall, the roads got blocked, and whenever there are rains and earthquakes, the area remains cut off. So that's why the living conditions are a bit poor. The housing units are built not engineered, not following the engineering proper systems, and they are thermally very inefficient. And especially the concrete blocks, concrete block walls and roofs, they are very energy intensive, especially in the winters very cold, and in the summers very hot. So, and also the traditional houses, they are dusty from inside, and also roofs are leaking during the rains, and the humidity level, and because of that, and also as people use this firewood, most of the ceilings, they are black because of the open fire practice. So those are the living conditions. We are trying to improve them.
I'm personally interested in the political situation. Is it as good, or is because it's near the frontier of Afghanistan, or it's?
Well, luckily we are away from that conflicted area. Although people fear, they would say that northern Pakistan, but northern Pakistan is a big area. We are close to China. We are meeting with China, the famous Karakorum highway that goes to China from our area. Yeah, and Afghanistan, that is close to Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province, new province. So there is this problem going on.
You have no problems.
We have no problems.
That's
Yeah,
good.
we have no problems for the moment. Yeah.
Thank you.
I would like to also show you some of the posters here. Here we have tried to show you the walls, and this is thick roof, and this is not a fuel efficient, so you can see the smoke coming out, and the ceiling is black, the roof is leaking. The roof is also very thick, which is dangerous during earthquakes because it can collapse and can get the walls collapsed. And you see here, this poor lady who was working, sitting next to the cook stove, she was 15 years, and then now she's 30 years. You can see the lungs, inhaling the stove. They're very dark, and after 50 years, she's no more there, right? In this situation, we are trying to convince people. Here, the roof compared to this one is small, it's thin, because we are doing waterproofing. Here we have introduced wall insulation so that this heat should not go through the walls outside and also through the roof. And here inside you can see this is the cook stove. Next to the cook stove, this is water barrel, where you can get the water. This is connected with plastic pipe and then metal pipe, GI, galvanized iron pipe. So by the time you cook your food, after half an hour, the water gets starting warm here.
Good, yes.
So you can see this, and here you can see the lady is, younger and younger.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Do you want to show another thing? Or? No, it's okay.
And also here we are trying to show people that you can see the journey of fly. The fly usually sits on these dirty things, and it eats up the thing, and also it shits, and it spreads the the dirty everywhere. So we have tried to show two different things here. This is the dirty area where these fruits are open, and this is just throwing open thing. This animal is shitting here. Now they are also throwing, these animals are there, and this little guy is also defecating. So everywhere there is dirt, right? Once you have used this dry fruit covered with glass, and this toilet pipe should be covered with a fly proof, and then you use curtains, and everything should be properly closed, so the area is very clean. And here we are trying that in our traditional house there is a big roof open hole here, from where the warm air goes up. So we have introduced a new hatch window. We call it hatch window. Hatch means this opening, a window with glass and facing east or south to catch maximum sun intake in the winters. So this will warm up inside the house, right? And here we are trying to show people that 10,000 cubic meter cold air just go inside the stove, and it goes up here 15,000 meter cube hot air just open in the sky, just for nothing, right? Once you have closed this hatch window and do the insulation, roof insulation, wall insulation, the warm air now comes down to here, right? So once you will do this thing, you are actually minimizing this firewood from 2,000 down to 1,000, and of course less oxygen would be going in to burn the firewood, right? So reducing. Here we are trying to show that heat escapes through three different ways. One is this radiation, second is conduction, and the third one is convection or just ventilation. So because of this open roof hole, you can see the amount of convection and ventilation was more than 60%. Once we actually close this thing, here you can see this comes down to this very, very minimum, right? So you can say you can save more than 50% your energy requirements in the winters to heat up the house. And same as here, you once you have done those things, you don't need to stock firewood inside the house, just half. Compared to this, you need now half. Here you see the warm air goes from here. This poor guy sitting here just gets heat from face, from the back. But once you do insulation, the warm air can go down, so that inside temperature is comfortable.
Okay, it's very interesting.
Here I would like
how high is the mountain? How high?
mountain.
How high?
Mountains are very high, but the elevation for people living is around 10,000 feet, which is around 3,000 meters. Yeah,
It's very high.
but mountains are very high. The second highest mountain we have, K2. Karakoram 2, because the first one Mount Everest, which is in Nepal.
Yes.
The second we have in Pakistan, in northern Pakistan, from in our area. Yeah.
We are now 300 meters.
300 meters, you just 300 meters around 1,000.
1,000 feet.
1,000 feet, yeah. No, the area we come from, the town, it is 4,800. That is around 1,500 meters above sea level, right? My name is Qayum Shah. I'm representing Urban Planning and Building Service Pakistan, which is part of the Greater Urban Development Network, working across the globe in 45 countries, including USA and UK. Here, the photo on the first slide is to show you that where we live is a high mountainous region up in the north. You might know the Karakoram 2, K2, after Mount Everest is in this area, and we have, I think, after Mount Everest, the rest of the high altitude mountains are sitting around this Siachen Glacier and K2. Our program, which is a building and construction improvement program, is addressing the core issues of the human habitat, which are primarily in this region: smoke, cold, dust, which is air pollution, space planning, because the traditional houses in the old time, people used to sleep, sit, chat, and also keeping animals at times inside that big house. And at that time, 25 years before, there was no any fuel efficient stove. Rather, there used to be a big meter by meter hole in the middle of the roof from where the smoke used to go out. So AKPBSP, along with other NGOs like IUCN and WWF, in partnership with them, have been working to improve the living conditions of the people. And we have initiated this program way back in 1997 with the financial assistance by CIDA, Canadian International Development Agency, followed by assistance from USAID, European Union, Climate Care in UK, and World Bank, UNDP, and so many other donor agencies, for which we are thankful to all of you. And our company's mission is based on a statement made by His Highness the Aga Khan in India. The visual, physical, and emotional impact of a decent home can light the spirit of human endeavor. A proper home can provide the bridge across that terrible gulf between utter poverty and the possibility of a better future. This is a picture depicting the progress of basic thermal efficient improvement products. We are not only doing business means this research and development only on fuel efficient cook stores. Rather, we have also been doing thermal insulation for the buildings, so that in the fall winters, the inside temperature should remain the same, so that the expenses on heating the space can be minimized. I've already mentioned earlier, cold is the biggest problem there, because in the winters the temperature goes below as low as minus 25 to 30 degrees Celsius in high altitude villages, because the villages which are above 3,000 meters, there the temperature goes very low. Whereas in the summers, in the low-lying areas like the Gilgit town, the temperature goes as high as 45 degrees Celsius, which is very, very hot. But interestingly, we are in a dry temperature, so humidity is not an issue. We can easily survive. There, you can see the picture. In high altitude areas, people use biomass, which is primarily wood, and in some parts they use these peats. And of course, from this, lot of air pollution happens inside the house, and most of the affectees are the women, elderly people, and children, because they spend most of their time, especially in the winters, because outside is very cold, so they have to keep confining themselves inside the house. After we develop these products, we have also been training people, local entrepreneurs, artisans, and because of their business now, they have been giving employment to a lot of local carpenters, stonemakers, masons, because masons doing these wall insulations, carpenters doing these roof insulations, double glass windows, and roof hatch windows, and stonemakers do this business for stores and also water warming facility, which the water tank attached to the water. We tried to address the issues holistically. Holistically means while we meet communities to identify their issues, we take their view, their opinion about the issues, and what were the solutions in their opinion earlier, and then we develop solutions in partnership with the local communities. And then once these products which are socially and culturally acceptable to the local population, then we do the promotion. As I earlier said, the main target of our program is women and children, so we try to use women as catalysts, like social mobilizers, resource persons in the villages to interact with the local communities, and also sales persons for the promotion and sale of these energy efficient products in the remote areas. Here I want to show you some of the pictures. On the left side, you can see these children. They have been helping their mother to heat the water in the winters. And here below, this woman with her baby on breastfeeding is outside and directly exposed to this smoke. Whereas in this house, you can see, in this situation, women have to travel around 3 to 4 hours daily to go down to the river banks, because in the chilly winters, everything is frozen. So they have to either in search of this hard water, hard springs, or they have to go down to the rivers where the water is flowing. Here, what we have done, this is the fuel efficient stove. This is a metal stove. What we have done here, sorry. This is a water barrel here. From this water barrel, the water comes from here and goes inside the stove. It's inside this water pipe, GI pipe, galvanized iron pipe, and it goes back to here. So by the time this lady cooks her food, it takes half an hour. Then the water starts just warming from here, and it goes slowly down, because the water, air and water, hard water goes up and it comes down. So what happens in the areas? These are anecdotal stories from the people. In the winters, whenever they have switched off or they have extinguished their stove here, the heat which was stored by this water barrel inside this tank, it keeps emitting in night time. They said that our house now is warm even at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, because the water storage which is parked next to the sitting place, it emits a lot of heat which was stored while cooking the food. Well, I have already discussed the issues like geographical trend. We are in very mountainous, rugged area. Communication is a problem, and the area is also earthquake prone. You might have heard in 2005 a big earthquake, I think 7.5 or 6 on Richter scale, had hit Kashmir, which had also partially affected this area. We have a couple of barriers before to discuss about the future plans. The barriers is that the area is very remote, and we are working in limited areas. We are very scattered, around 72 square miles, 72,000 square miles in 7 districts. We are a small team, difficult to access and to reach everyone. And because of road access in the winters, because of high snowfall, the roads get cut off because of avalanches and sometimes torrential rains, and also with limited resources, difficult to access everyone. So what we are doing, we are trying to share our knowledge with the local government departments, and quite recently we were able to introduce a building course, a supplementary building course on earthquake and thermal insulation, which has been now endorsed by the Pakistan Engineering Council, so that in areas, especially the mountain areas, where it is difficult to follow the standard building codes, can be understood by architects and engineers only, because in the remote areas, people are just, what I should say, they are actually trusting on the local masons and carpenters, because in the remote areas, there are no engineers, no architects. The masons and carpenters, they are actually the main architects, engineers designing their house sketches and making walls and roofs. So we have now been able to help us, the Engineering Council, to develop those building guidelines where thermal insulation and earthquake resistance using a simple earthquake resistant technology can be incorporated, which can be understood and applicable by local people. And these are a couple of international awards we have won. Ashden is one of them in 2011, and we have also won this Value and Habitat Award in 2006, and this was for our water project. This was Energy Globe Award, and also Elkin Prize in Canada 2005, and Global Leadership Award for Clean Indoor in 2009. Thank you so much. I have also some posters outside because given the time for the presentation, I have not added more pictures, but any one of you interested on studies, other things, because we have so many studies done by Aga Khan University like in Karachi, and also with the government other departments where it has been found out that with these insulation techniques, people can save more than 60 to 70% energy needs for cooking and heating their space in the winters, and also the particulate matter inside the house, because the walls are muddy and dust is coming. So with these fuel efficient stoves and other things, there would be less amount of fire inside the house, so there would be less particulate matter, so women and children would be less likely to be exposed to these hazardous situations. Thank you so much.